Good evening, everyone. I'll just wait for everyone to pop on. Might have to talk to myself tonight. Ba 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 ba. One person. Two people. Hi guys. Hate that I'm looking that way. So I'll just wait for a few more to come on. Hi Ange. Look at me making an effort today. Put some makeup on. Apparently. Hey Kaz. So I made an effort today. I thought I'll wear some makeup and look a lot of profiles because I'm thinking of doing a makeup tutorial because a lot of people ask me, oh my god, how the hell did you put your makeup on? So I thought I might put up a video how to not wear makeup. Hey Esther. Hey Di. Yeah, so yeah, my next tutorial will be how not to put makeup on. Well, anyway, I don't want to ramble, so I'm just going to start. Whoever pops on, pops on. Whoever doesn't can watch me on replay. All cake? All right, let's go. So, how did it begin? Back in 1991, my dad had a heart attack and he was in his mid-40s. Luckily, thankfully, he survived. So I thought to myself, well, when I get to my 40s, I better, keep an eye out on my heart. So in my early 40s, once a year, I went and did a stress test just to check my heart to make sure it's all well because of my dad. And then there was this one time I go, oh my goodness, I haven't been for ages. So I thought, wow, I better go to my doctor, get my referral to get my stress test done. As people don't know what a stress test is, it's where they put you on a treadmill and they, put all stickers all over you and whatever, and they check to see how your heart's coping with that when you're laying down, standing up, and it's always been good. But yeah, this one time I went to get my referral and I said to my GP, well, I need a referral to get, Amelia, my niece, I better go get my heart checked again. And that was in 2015, mid-February, in 2015. So I went and got my referral, but this time, for whatever reason, my GP said to me, I'll refer you to a cardiologist and they'll get your heart checked properly, blah, 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 which was very unusual. Usually I just get a stress test. So I went and visited the cardiologist. She was lovely. I think her name was Jasmine on Melton Highway. And she said what they do is they scan your heart, and if that comes out clear, you won't be able to do stress tests for another 10 years, and it sort of clears you up, blah, blah, blah. Went and did my scan, went back for results, which was probably a week later, and she said, your heart's fine, it's all clear, but we noticed that your adrenal glands are a little bit swollen. Now, there's another miracle in that, which I reckon is I must have had a really deep breathe and my adrenal glands that sit on top of the kidney showed up, which really shouldn't, but it did. So I went back for the results and that's what she said. So she suggested to do another scan, and this time they had to put the dye in. So I went and got that done, waited a week, and I remember clearly it was March the 1st, it was a Monday. Hubby was coming home from Adelaide because he went for the V8s, and I went early morning, went to see her and she said, Joanne, she goes, it's not good news. And I sat there and I'm thinking, hurry up, just tell me what it is so I can go do my whatever I'm going to do for the day. And she said they found a 5.8 centimetre tumour in your right kidney. And I'm like, yeah, and? I think I started crying, but I don't know why. I think I was crying because isn't that what you're supposed to do when you get results of something bad like that? So hey sis. So yeah, she said to me, look, she was so lovely. She gave me her mobile number. She gave me a big hug. She said, if you ever need anything, come back. She had already organised a urologist to get me all checked up. Hubby came home from work. Not from work. From the V8, which is from Adelaide. I waited all day to tell him. And I remember my brother and my friend Lydia were over. So they were traumatised. And then anyway, hubby came home and I told him the news. And it was inconsolable. The poor guy didn't expect to come home to finding out his wife has cancer. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we go see the urologist and he suggested to do another scan to see if it had spread anywhere else. So I went and did another scan and lo and behold, it had spread to my lungs. So naturally, hubby and I were traumatised, drove home, and I remember the specialist said, because I remember he was a private, and he said, would you like to stay private or would you like to stay public? Straight away public. I don't believe in private. That's just my opinion. I was referred to Dr. Campbell at Footscray Hospital, and he organised the op for me, and I had my kidney removed, I remember in April. My right kidney was removed. They had checked that it had gone, because there's the kidney and then there's like this little, I don't know what they call, I can't think right now. I don't know, it's like the pipe that goes out onto other organs, and it had spread into there, which had spread into my lungs. So what they did after I got my kidney removed, the next step was to go on some treatment. And I think the first treatment I was on was Votrient for about 6 months, and that didn't work. Then I was put on Inlyta for another 6 months, and that didn't work. So at this stage, I sort of hadn't come to terms with it. You know, I was still a little bit scared. I'm thinking, oh no, you know, what's going on? Dr. Campbell was really, really good. He referred me to living in Newton John and the Alfred Hospital for a trial. I wasn't accepted in the Living in Newton John trial, but I was, thank God for my oncologist, Mark, which where I met him. I love him so much. I can't say his surname. It's Mark Wozonosos, whatever it is. I can't for the life of me pronounce it, but I call him Dr. Mark. If it wasn't for him accepting me, I don't think I would be here right now. I was put on an immunotherapy trial, stage 1. So it had never been trialled on humans, and yeah, I was in the first lot to get it done. I thought, well, I've got nothing else to lose, I'll try it. But in the meantime, they wanted to check a few of my tumours, so I had to get another op done where they had to deflate my lungs, and they took out 2 nodules, 2 that they suspected could be cancer. That was horrendous operation. I remember, I couldn't even breathe properly. You know, imagine your lungs deflated, and it had tubes and wires chucked into those into your back, into your lungs. So they're stuck into your lung, keeping them pumping, I guess, for about 6 days. I remember every breath was horrendous, But finally, they took the tubes out. Oh my God, it was just so weird. They go, all right, we're going to pull the tube out of your lung now from your back. I'm lying in my bed as usual. Yep, they're boop, out. So there, that was probably one of the horrendous ops I've had. That wasn't nice. And they had found out that, yeah, one was a tumour, one was just a scar tissue, but I did have many other tumours in there. Excuse me. And they also checked my brain as well, if I had any tumours in my brain. And luckily, there was a brain, but no tumours, so I was lucky. I have a brain. I don't know how big it is, but it's there. Anyway, so, there goes mine. Let me see if I've missed anything, because sometimes I forget what I've done. Oh no, sorry, see how I forget? Before I was on this immunotherapy trial, I had tumours popping out in my body. I had one here, I had one on the side, and I had a massive one. It was like this, like a tennis ball that grew on my back. So that was another operation that I had to get done, where they cut the back and they said to me, look, you might have, because I've already had issues with my neck and my shoulder, I was probably going to have issues again removing this tumour, because it was next to a lot of nerves and muscle, more the muscle, so I won't be able to move it as much. So went into hospital, got that removed. I think I was there for another 6 days. That wasn't too bad. That was easily, I recovered quickly from that. So then finally I started my immunotherapy. Now, the first dose I had on the trial worked tremendously. Straight away, this tumour went down. The one on my side went down. It was like a miracle. The tumours just disappeared after one dose. Now, these doses, I had to get them done again at the Alfred once a fortnight. Once a fortnight for however long it takes, or for however long it works. I was blessed to have this treatment work for 3.5 years. During that time, it was awesome. It was the best 3.5 years of my life. In that time, I had discovered myself. I became a lot more stronger. Oh my gosh, I was so afraid to fly. I started to fly again. I traveled the world with a lot of people, a lot of my friends, my best friends, my cousins, family members. It was amazing. I've been everywhere. You know, the most exotic, I would say, would be India. I've been to India. I've been to Vietnam, which is my favorite place. I've been to Europe. I went to Lourdes in France and got bathed in the holy water, which was amazing. I never ever thought I'd get that done, but I did. But it was a funny story, because apparently I didn't know that you had to get naked to get in these baths. So here I am. Well, it was a hot day, luckily. Me and my sister were waiting to get put through. It was packed. You had to wait for ages, but it was nice. We said prayers during the way. Anyway, finally it was my sister and my turn. And you had to get naked in front of everyone, and they put you in this robe, and I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. Anyway, so they put you in a room. There's 3 nuns. They get you to put your feet down in the water, and it was freezing. It was so cold. And then all of a sudden, they go to me, all right, just get in. And they just put me in, and I'm like, ah! It was freezing. And apparently, I was the only one that made noise. And my sister just pissed herself laughing because she heard me. And she goes, you're the only one that screamed. She goes, I knew it was you. But anyway, that was a beautiful experience. I loved Lourdes. I went to visit every place around there. It was just, oh, it was awesome. I loved it. And it's where Saint Bernadette is. If anyone knows who Saint Bernadette is. Beautiful story. Anyway, traveled. Went everywhere. It's been awesome, to be honest. then, where am I at? I travelled. Yes. And there was another experience I had also during immunotherapy. I think it was in the first year. I was suffering with a lot of stomach pains, back pains, and I thought, the usual, when do I ever feel good? So, surprise, surprise, I feel crap. I felt really, really bad. And I remember it was my daughter's 21st. I thought, oh gosh, how am I going to handle this night? It's going to be, I was in a lot of pain, but I still managed to do it. Still managed to organise her 21st. Attended her 21st. So that was a Saturday. The Sunday night, I was in the most excruciating pain. I was like in a fetal position. The pain I was in, I thought, wow, this can't be gastro. In the morning, I decided to go to the Sunshine Hospital. I admitted myself in. And, no, sorry, I waited for hubby to come home from work. He came home from work. We went to Sunshine Hospital. Straight away, they put me in a room on my own. Did some tests. They ran some tests and they said, oh, wow, unfortunately, it's your pancreas. I think, I don't know, don't quote me on this. The average level should be between 60 and 80, I think, in your pancreas. Mine were over 1,500, which meant I was dying. I was dying. If I had stayed home that day, I probably would have passed away in my sleep. That's how severe it was. So straight away they put me on a drug. Wasn't allowed to eat for 4 days. So that they probably didn't really expect me to live, because I remember this doctor came in. It was about 11 o'clock, I think, at night. I don't know where he came from. He was this dark doctor, not dark face. He was just dark. Just something about him that was dark. And he said to me, this is all he said. He didn't come up to me near my bed. He just stayed at the end of the bed near the door. And he goes to me, because I was smiling, I wasn't really affected by this. I thought, oh, well, it is what it is. We'll get over it, blah, blah, blah. And he said to me, did you know I have people dying of this disease right now? We could lose you. You could not survive this. And I'm like, who is this person coming in 11 o'clock at night on his own, giving me that kind of news just like that? Like, yeah, whatever, that's what's going to happen. See you later. And that's what it was, just see you later. And to be honest, probably I did cry a little. I thought, wow, that was really scary. But after I cried, I thought to myself, nah, I got this. I feel fine. They put me on steroids, really, really high steroids. I remember one of my doctors from the Alfred rang me, Stephanie, and she said, how you feeling, Joe? I go, I feel amazing. I can leap stories in a single bound. I just felt like jumping. I was just so energetic. It wasn't funny. She's pissing herself. Anyway, hubby came the next day and I told him that news. But then that morning, another doctor came in and he was just pure light. He was just light. And he just sat on my bed. I remember him sitting on my bed, patting me on my hand. And he's going, Joanne, he goes, you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. We'll make sure of that. And and I said, are you sure? He goes, I'm 100% sure you're going to be fine. So I'm thinking to myself, then hubby came and I told him, I go, I can't believe what just happened. Last night, this doctor came in all dark and dreary. And then this angel doctor walks in and said what he said. And I'm like, I don't know. A lot of people might think, yeah, whatever, Joe, but I think there's something higher happening here. So I was fine, got over it, went home, I think on the 7th day, recovered. So that was, probably the scariest part, I reckon, out of everything so far. So, like I said, continued to travel. Didn't get much side effects from this treatment. I was perfectly fine on it. I was tired that day and probably 2-3 days after, but Coped really, really well for 3.5 years. It was amazing. Loved it. Loved that treatment. I was also, while I was on that treatment, I was on Ester C. It's the highest dose of vitamin C you can take. Now, I remember that I stopped taking them about 6-7 months. I think 2.5 years later, if not more, I stopped taking this Ester C. Now, when I went to get my scans done, to see how the immunotherapy is going, because I used to get scans every 8 weeks. For the past 5 years, I get them done every 8 weeks. So if anyone's ever scared to get scans, CT scans done, I've had thousands of them. So, and I'm perfectly fine, I think, if my brain's still in there. And I've always had the dye at the same time. So this was in December, mid-December last year. It stopped working. Immunotherapy stopped working. So it worked for 3.5 years. And my oncologist suggested I go on another drug called Cabo. I can't say the full name, but for us renal cell carcinoma patients, it's Cabo. Cabo. Oh, I didn't really mention what my actual cancer is. My cancer is renal cell carcinoma, and it had I can never say this name. It was a metastatic type of cancer. Metastatic means it spread. Renal cell carcinoma is another name for kidney cancer. Okay, so now I'm on this new drug. I started just before Christmas, so I hadn't told anyone in my family at this stage, because it was just before Christmas. I started on 60 milligrams, and the side effects of that drug had already hit me. So I really had to tell my family by this stage. It was sometime after Christmas, which was good. I started to get a rash. I think most of you know I posted photos of my back with the rash all over me. And also my mouth, all the, like my gums, the bottom and top of my mouth, my tongue, everything just burnt. It was like I couldn't drink, eat. I still could eat and drink because I'm a friggin' pig, and I did manage, but it really, really, really hurt. It really hurt. I remember Paul and I went to La Paqueta, and I got a pizza and a Coke, and the Coke just burnt my mouth. And I remember Paul just looking at me going, oh, you poor thing. So anyway, ended up going to hospital again. I was in there for another 6 days. They put me on, I think it was morphine and a low dose of steroids and I had to go off the treatment. So I was off that for about 2 weeks. I was off it. So that was 16 milligrams of Cabo. So thankfully I had recovered from that as well, went home, and he put me on 40 milligrams. So I was on that for, February, March, April, May, June. I've been on 40 for about 4 months. Again, it didn't affect my body, it affected my mouth. My gums, like this wasn't too long ago, so most of you know this. My teeth, you know, all the gums around here. It felt like all the teeth on this side and the gums on this side was like every single tooth was a toothache. Couldn't chew. It was really, and I couldn't even swallow, because I remember I ended up getting a scan done to check what was going on, and they couldn't see anything. So obviously it was the treatment. Yes, I had like a swollen throat and all. It was really, really painful. So I decided to, and the oncologist decided to go off them for 2 weeks at a time to see how I go. And it just kept coming back. So I decided myself that I will get off the treatment. I didn't want to take it anymore. It was just really, really hurting. had a lot of pain. And my hair went all silver and started falling out, and I shaved it, which was fine. Now I'm just growing it naturally. See, that's really not my natural colour. That is from the Cabo. It brings it out like silverish colour. I love it, but can't wait till it grows. So where am I? So yes, I ended up ringing my oncologist, and I said to him, Mark, I really don't want to take this drug anymore. I'm done. If possible, can I please try going back on the immunotherapy? Oh, I didn't finish. When I was talking about the Ester C, the vitamin C. See how I ramble and I'll lose my train of thought. I believe this Ester C vitamin had helped the immunotherapy work. And because I had stopped taking it the last 6 months of being on that drug, it had brought the tumours back. The tumour grew back. Now this tumour, I even forgot this. After the immunotherapy stopped working, my oncologist suggested to do radiation on that tumour. Now this tumour, he was really, really worried about because it was right near my heart. It was growing into, like, close to my heart and to my the breathing tube, where I breathe, where it comes up the lung and helps you breathe. So it was sort of like hitting there and hitting the heart. So it was inoperable. They can't remove it by surgery. So my only option really was radiation. So I had radiation done every day for 2 weeks. That took it wasn't a hard thing to do. It was just fine going there, getting it done. But the after effects, I think it still has affected my voice box. I was husky before, but that's it. Trachea. Thanks, Sandra. Had affected my voice box, but yeah, now I'm even more huskier. So that helped a little. It didn't really help much, but it did help. So then that's when I was put on Cabo. Sorry, had to rewind and come back. So now I am on Cabo on 20 milligrams. I said to Mark, okay, I'll try 20 milligrams, but if that doesn't work, of course, there's no other milligrams I can go to, so it'll have to be something else. So I asked him if I can, again, try immunotherapy and start taking the Ester C with it. So I thought, okay, hi Margaret, hi Kaz. I thought, okay, I'll try one more time. So I've been on this Cabo on 20 milligrams for the past, I think, 2 weeks, and it hasn't been too bad. I'm really, really tired. I must say, it does affect me in that way. I get really tired, sore bones, sore muscles, which is probably expected. The feet, because there's a side effect with this drug where your feet and hands, it's called hand and foot disease, which is, I think I remember I showed you once I had a massive rash here, but that's all gone. But now it's going to my feet with this 20 milligrams. I don't know why, but yeah, it's here. So that's where I'm at the moment. So I'm hoping that if this drug doesn't work, I can somehow go on to the immunotherapy again with my Ester C. So that is probably my wish, because I didn't really feel that sick when I was on it. Look, I must say, even with this COVID-19 that we can't really go out, it sort of magnifies it more, like you can't go anywhere, you can't do this. I couldn't really do that before, but it's even worse now that we really can't do anything. Okay, so overall, how do I feel about me having cancer? I love it. I love it. It's been a blessing. It's probably been one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life, besides my family, of course. I've grown. I've become so much closer to God and Jesus. Jesus is my best friend. I love him so much. He's been my rock. You know, a lot of people will probably be rolling their eyes right now and saying, yeah, Joe, yeah. But you know what? This is my belief, and this is what's helped me, I think, cope through this whole 5.5 years. He's been my refuge. He's been, you know, look, don't get me wrong, I've had my little chit-chats with him and arguments and so forth, but that's what God's all about. That's what Jesus is all about. He wants you. He wants you to cry out to him. He wants you to cry and, you know, surrender to him. Give everything to him. And you know what? I've had, like I said, I've had my sucky moments, but I'm going to add my menopause in there. So menopause doesn't help. But yeah, the best 5.5 years of my life, I must say, one of the best times of my life. I've travelled. I've grown so much. I'm so confident. I don't stress anymore. I don't worry anymore. I don't have anxiety. No, I just surrender it and get through it. And if I do have issues, yes, I will talk to my friends and my loved ones. And look, because I've always been one to just say it how it is. I don't hide how I feel. I just blurt it out. I think I'm sort of like, what do you call them? Oh, see, chemo brain. Anyway, whatever I say, what's in my head, I'll just say it because that's just how I am. I have no shame sometimes, but that's just how I am. So this has made me even more that way. I love me. I love who I've become. And a lot of people that have helped me along the way, I'd love to mention their names. I love this so many. My family, firstly, especially, you know, my mum, my sister, my brother, and my extended family. Fortunately, when I was diagnosed, my dad was here with us at that time, and he never knew that I had cancer. I never wanted to tell him because Dad wasn't in a right place at that time, and I thought telling him that I have cancer would have killed him. It would have killed him. And I think everybody, his friends, family, everybody that knew my dad, to never had ever let him know about it. So, and see, my dad passed away in December 2017. So I had cancer for 2 years at that time, and he never knew. But he got to know that morning that he did pass away. I was left alone with him for a little while, and I said, Dad, I finally told him, Dad, I have cancer. And I felt him saying to me, oh, I know. And it was just I was so relieved, you know, to have told him, even though he wasn't here with us at that time, but he knows. And I do know he knows now. And then he's always with me now. So, love you, Daddy. Another thing is I'd like to thank, there's just so many to thank, and please forgive me if I forget you. But my 3 rocks would have to be my besties, Lydia, Sandra, and Jalo Shalkabarik. They have just been amazing friends, amazing. They've just been my rocks. I have many friends, I have many cousins and family members, and you know, but there's always those people that you can sort of talk to and they can understand you. The 3 of them give me each of them give me something, you know. One of them gives me this, one of them gives me this, one gives me wisdom, one gives me medical advice, one gives me this. So, yeah. And of course, I'm not taking away everyone else that has helped me. There's been many, especially my family and my sister and my brother and my mum. Of course, they're my number one. Oh, and of course, my husband, being emotionally retarded sometimes, he has gone through so much. He has been my rock as well. I can't believe the things he's done. Oh, while I was in hospital. Oh, you don't even want to, you wouldn't even want me to tell the stories. It's just, ugh. But what he's seen and what he's done for me is just incredible. And it astounds me that he's still with me. And he just looks at me the same. I love you for who you are, what you look like, blah, blah, blah. He's just always been there. He has his moments, of course, which is normal, but he's taken a lot on. He does a lot for me at home. He dusts, vacuums, washes the clothes, makes sure the house is clean, does shopping. And I try and do as much as I can for him, because remember, he still works. He gets up early hours in the morning, comes home, he's tired, and he still does everything. Washes the clothes, and also my son, my beautiful bubble, PJ, he's just an amazing little kid. He's my baby. He's 21, but he's my baby. He's just been awesome as well. He's a clean freak like his dad, so he's always constantly telling me, Mum, why do you leave this here? Mum, why do you leave that there? He does things without telling him, he does the dishes without telling him, takes the clothes off the line. My husband and my son are a good pair. They suit each other. They're so much alike. Sometimes I just want to bang their heads together, but they're amazing. Amazing, amazing men. And also my little girl, Brooke. Poor Brookie, she doesn't live at home, and she's going through her own journey, I must say. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Oh my God, multiple sclerosis. MS, multiple sclerosis. Oh my gosh. My head's just gone. Multiple sclerosis, my poor girl. So she gets treatment once a month. Lives with Jen, which is her rock. Jen's been amazing as well. Jen is Brooke's partner. Nobody knows. Not only is Brooke's mum, me, going through cancer, but so is Jen's mum. Unfortunately, she's going through her own journey as well. So the poor two girls, have two mums that are fighting cancer. So, and they're amazing girls. They're just beautiful. I'm so proud of her, proud of both of them. Proud of both my kids, actually. Just beautiful people, beautiful kids. So proud. So again, sorry that I can't mention names, because if I mention another 10 and I miss another one, then yous all know who you are. And I love yous all to death. I love everybody. I love everyone to death. Doesn't matter if I've met you 10 days ago, last year, year before, 10, 20 years ago. Yous are all my angels and besties as well. I love calling everyone my bestie, because each and every person in my life gives me something. Don't know what else I can say. Only where I'm at the moment, which is here. Now I've begun my new channel, my new Facebook page, Ask Joanne, and hopefully I don't have to be this draining in my next videos, but I thought, look, I'll get this out the way, because a lot of people have asked me, how do you feel about this? How do you cope? How were you first diagnosed? And blah, blah, blah. And I know a lot of people probably would want to ask me, but they feel like they intrude. Here's your answer. Please, if you ever want to ask me anything, I don't care what it is about me. I got nothing to hide. You all know me. I'm straightforward. If I have a boil in my thigh, I'll tell you about it. I got nothing to hide. I believe, share what you're going through. Good, bad, anything. Just share it, because you know what you're going through could help someone else. Especially with depression and anxiety and all that stuff going around at the moment, because people sort of can't really talk about their problems or their issues. Talk about it. You'd be surprised. You'll probably be talking to someone that's been through it, someone that's going through it, and this can be each other's rock. So I believe, just talk about what you're going through. Don't hide. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of anything. I've been through a lot in my life, and a lot of people have known about it, and I hope to talk about this stuff later on. But hopefully it's not as draining as this one, because, yeah, I'm usually a happy person. I like to be happy. So hopefully my next videos will be happy. Okay, so, oh, if anyone's noticed, I'm wearing a beautiful headpiece. They're called headband wires. I think they're made with wires, and you can do them any way you can. I'm not going to touch it because I love it. I love the way I've done it. You can do it as a bow. You can do it as anything you want. And that is brought to you by Roselle & Co. You can look them up on Facebook. They've got amazing colours. I love them, love them. I'm going to be sure to order some more. Or maybe they'll send me some over and I can promote them. Am I winking all right? So, Roselle & Co. Look them up on Facebook. ROSELLE and Co. CO. So look them up. They're beautiful. I might order a red one next. Or maybe... Oh, and also I'd like to tell you about my next video. A lot of people ask me, Joanne, how the hell did you put that makeup on? Shocking. Well, especially my sister. My sister laughs at me all the time. She's watched me put makeup on and she just pisses herself laughing. You know what I say to her? I was born in the 80s, in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s. And I still put my makeup on like I'm in the 80s. Didn't have all these sponges and brushes and what do you call it? What do they call those things that keep my brain? Hi Brianna, my gorgeous girl. Brianna's a beautiful girl. Brianna was born on the same day as me, so she's special. Yep. Brianna and I are special. Born on the 26th of December. Yep. Oh, yes, so back to my makeup tutorial that I will be putting up. Because, what are they called? Key my brain. When they put something over your face when you're in a show or a movie. There's something hard to talk about. I think you have to be ready to talk. Yeah, but, you know, you're never ready to talk. Nicole. Nikki! Oh, Nikki was one of my... Do I call you a nurse or a doctor, Nikki? No, not foundation, Sandra. We had foundation in the 80s. Oh, what's it called? Is it like a film? Oh, me. Filter! Thanks, sis. Yeah, we didn't have all that shit before. Haha, I love how you keep looking to see if someone tells you the word you're looking for. Yes, airbrush too, Diane. Well done. We didn't have all that crap. Yeah, Capricorns will always be Capricorns. No, apparently I don't do my makeup very well, and that is fine by me. I don't really care. But I will be doing a makeup tutorial because, like I said, a lot of people ask me, what the hell have you done? How the hell do you put your makeup on? What the hell did you do there? So really, they're asking me, Joanne, how do you put your makeup on? What do you do? So I will say, I will film me putting it on. Let's say a doctor. I'm definitely not, but they don't have to know. Yes, Nikki is my doctor. She is so gorgeous. I love, love, love her. And did you know there is someone else that talks more than I do? Yep. Nicole talks and talks and talks and talks. And I try and get a word in, but believe it or not, I don't. I can't. And then there's beautiful Natalie. She's gorgeous as well. And there was Steph. I love Steph. My three angels. Hopefully soon I can be back in there if Mark puts me on another trial. Oh, but you're not there anymore, Nikki. Oh, well. I have to meet new doctors. But I still have Nat. I think I still have Steph. Hopefully. Alrighty. So, any quick questions while I'm still on? And you know why I want to stay on? Because I think I look gorgeous. Look at me tonight. Even with my makeup. 80s makeup. I haven't put makeup on, I reckon, 6 months. Do you wax pluck your eyebrows? I don't have any eyebrows, Brianna, so I've penciled it. I'll show you when I do my makeup tutorial how I put them on. I just go like this. Whoop, whoop, done. Who needs $300-400 fake eyebrows? Not this girl. Buy a $3 pencil from Chemist Warehouse and just whoop, whoop, done. Anyone questions before I go? Thank you, Francie. I agree. I hope I've said everything about my cancer journey. Anyone else got any questions about my cancer journey? Was it boring? Did I bore you? Nah. Nah, I'll stick with the pencil. It's chemo, Mark. The chemo got rid of my eyebrows. Where have you been? Living under a rock. Mark. I've been talking about my cancer for the past, how long have I been on? Let me check. Nearly an hour. Oh, maybe you've just come on. Hello, Donna. Oh, everyone loves my yellow top. Okay. I've got to say too, with my cancer, I'm stage 4 metastasized. Can't say that word properly. Metastic. Well, you missed the first 30 seconds. Well, yes. Well, I don't have eyebrows because they've turned white and has come off a little bit because of my chemo. How do you feel now? Thanks, Esther. I hope I haven't missed anything because I've written down everything what I need to talk about, but sometimes I forget. Where do you see your future? I find it hard to talk about my future. Where do you see your future, Joe? Well, Shalka, my bestie, who enlightens me a lot. Shalka and I are big, massive believers in God and in Jesus. So I've always been ready to go when it's my time, because I've had many times when I thought it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. God's calling me. It's my time, it's my time. And it hasn't been my time. To live for they only give you 8% chance to survive stage 4 renal cell carcinoma. 8% chance to survive 5 years. I have passed that by 5 years and 4 months. So I've been 5 years, 4 months fighting it. So 4 years I've been going. 5 years and 4 months I've been going. So obviously God doesn't want me just yet because I'm still here, I guess. And where do I see my future? I have no idea. With this COVID virus, can't really do anything, can't really organise going anywhere or making plans. So I'll stick with these live videos for now. Hopefully Jesus can continue to guide me to what he wants me to do. Sometimes he taps me in the head a lot. So yeah, I'm still here. So I don't know where my future is going and what plans I have. I love your outlook on life. You inspire me. I hope you know how beautiful you still are. I hope I can be like you. Aww, Brianna. You've done so amazing. I'm so proud of you. I know sometimes we get down and we get caught up in the world and the people around us, but stay focused. Always look forward, because that's what you got to concentrate on. Whoever's here, whoever's there, just ignore them. If it doesn't fit your life, if it's toxic, you don't need that. Move on. I'm sorry, I have early stage of dementia and I'm scared where I'm going to end up. And at the end of the day, we're all going to end up in heaven. We are. And it's not a scary place. Dying is not scary. And You got dementia. I have cancer. We got to live with it. We got to deal with it. And I think the people that suffer mostly are the ones that are around us. For us, it's not really bad. I can cope with it. But I think people that your loved ones, I think, struggle with it. But I think you'll be fine, Ange. You'll be fine. Whatever happens, happens. Don't dwell on it. I try not to dwell. I don't dwell on my cancer. Sometimes I forget I have it. Until in the morning I have to get up and take my chemo. Yep. There it is. 20 milligrams. Once a day. Take one once a day. And I'm done. So, yeah, in the morning it reminds me that I have to take it. But, everyone's going through something. Whatever it is, don't dwell on it. You got to find some coping mechanisms. For me, it's God. It's Jesus. It's surrendering it. I know, again, a lot of people will be rolling their eyes and, there's no such thing, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. You can believe what you want. But I think I'm big proof that God exists in me. I hope they can see Jesus in me. There'd be nothing more. I'd be so proud if people can see Jesus in me, because he's my rock. It's my salvation. Can't wait to meet him. Can't wait. So when it is my time, I'll accept it. I'll accept it, and I'll wait for the day he calls me home. When it happens, it happens. I've lived a beautiful life. When it's my time, it's my time. And I am ready, and I mean it. I am ready. That's okay, Ange. I think a lot of people will know now if they watch this. I wish you all the best. And I hope you're getting seen and getting some treatment, early intervention for it. You're going to be fine. Keep staying jolly, Ange. I love your personality. You're awesome. Oh, I love you too, Francia. My beautiful sister-in-law. All right, guys. I think I'll get off now because it's been nearly an hour. So I hope I've mentioned everything that I've been going through, what my cancer is, and what I've been through. I tried to shorten it. You can't really put 5.5 years in an hour or keep talking about it, because it's I've spoken about how Paul is coping, Francie. It's in the video if you watch it on the replay. Love you too, Brianna. But hopefully get to meet you one day, huh? All right, guys. Love yous all so much. Look forward to posting my next video, which is how not to put makeup on, apparently. And yeah, stay selfish, but not too selfish. Love yous. God bless.